Hi, this is Grace chatting again, and this time I want to talk to you about the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. And this concept of the Four Horsemen was it is attributed to John and Julie Gottman. Now, John and Julie Gottman are two of the most well-known experts on relationships and marriage in the world, I would say. And John and Julie did extensive longitudinal studies on thousands of couples some 20 odd years ago. And as an outcome of those studies, they came up with many concepts, but one of them was the Four Horsemen. And the Four Horsemen refer to the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse in the Bible. And this is a very good illustration of the Four Horsemen. And they appear in the book of Revelation, foretelling the end of the world. And according to John and Julie Gottman, they highlighted four behaviours in couple relationships, and where they are present, they usually herald the end of the marriage or the partnership. And so, in case you don't know what those four horsemen are, here they are. The first is criticism. So, if you're watching this, which I hope you are, note, do one or other or both of you tend to be in the habit of criticizing? Because criticism across the board is one of those things that over time gradually erodes a relationship. It takes all the good out of it, it takes the sweetness out of it, and often there is one partner who tends to be much more critical than the other. Whichever one of you tends to be critical, you need to decide that this needs to stop. So what this video is about, now I do want to keep it short, is to highlight four behaviours that really erode and corrode a relationship, and they need to be eliminated. So just without going into any reasons why you're critical, you decide that that is something that needs to stop. So criticism is the first one. The second one, of course, is defensiveness. Defensiveness usually is evoked by a critical behavior, um, but not always. Sometimes people are just simply defensive when someone's trying to address something with them. They can tend to get defensive, and always they're not hearing what's being said, and they're not listening, and they're not taking on board what is being put to them because they're so busy being defensive. And that really gets in the way of open, clear communication. So defensiveness needs to stop. Stonewalling. And stonewalling is when someone feels so offended by something that they just stop speaking to their partner. And that can be hours or days, and for some people, weeks. It is a very, very damaging behavior. And whatever your reasons for it, often it's a learned behavior. It's a coping mechanism that you developed when you were a child. But to carry it on in adult relationships is really damaging. And you will not have a good relationship where there is one or other of you engages in stonewalling your partner. And finally, the fourth one, and the most lethal one as far as the Gottmans were concerned, they found that where one partner treated the other with contempt, that is the most damaging. Being on the receiving end of continual contempt is very damaging to a personality. So That is the Four Horsemen. It's criticism, defensiveness, stonewalling, and contempt. And those are four behaviors that you have to decide, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They need to be eliminated from your relationship. So I leave you to journal that and reflect on, when do you engage in these behaviors? But look, you don't need to go beating yourself up. No, nobody's perfect. Just identify if you've got them and set the intention that you're going to stop doing it. And, you know, it may take a while before you succeed in eliminating the behavior, but everything has got to start somewhere. So that's it for now. Bye.